cheater garlic. Need a knife sharpener. I have a knife sharpener over there. Onions. Should probably put a scarf on my head. My hair is a little cray. Try to do it without making too much noise. Too much. I think so. Hope they don't quit working. There we go. Alright, let's see. Bing, bing. Glasses. Mobile Live dashboard. I see you. Okay. I swear I had a knife sharpener. It's part of my stuff going on out here. You have to give me a minute. I need to gather things. Okay. I need garlic. Oh, ginger. I need to get the ginger. And the tomatoes and an opener. And oil. And cayenne. Making it spicy today. Well, it's a good thing I got this, because the rest seems to be gone. No, I got this. I don't want to see that kind. This side. What did I say? Oil.
Oh, shit.
What?
Coca-Cola Incorporated announced they're leaving the United States. They're moving all operations out of the country.
Eek. Alrighty. I told y'all Coke was bastards. I've been boycotting them for, holy shit, 40 years. Okay, a couple more things for after I get the dish in the pot. Boop. Alright, I think I'm ready to come on the screen, guys. Right? Oh, might want a measuring cup here. I never put this much oil in something. Or not. I don't want to guesstimate this. What did the boys do with the measuring cup?
Okay, no. They're just restructuring key strategic operations now.
Okay. There it is. Oh no, it's dirty. Well, hell. Now, what's this measure? That's a half a cup. Hi, friends. Oh, sorry about the glare. I don't think there's a lot I can do about it without sitting down. So let's do something here. Oh, and you know what? I did forget a couple ingredients. So bear with me. Potatoes. Canada. Hi. Just stick it up my do-rag. I guess I'll sit down. That's going to be a bit rough when we do the factual foodie. I'm going to try to bring up a different kind of lighting for that, because it is when it's dark out, and my overhead light when I'm standing there is like, oh, and we don't need that. So, today, what I'm going to do, at least, is make an Indian onion masala. In the Instant Pot, I was looking to make a dal. I've got some red lentils that my son Connor gave me. And I remember saying to a friend of mine years ago, who was getting stuff from a food bank, like, and hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, let me know. Hi, Natalie. I'm also trying out a little something different using my AirPods for audio, because for Factual Foodie on Sunday, I'm going to be doing the stream together, and I'm going to be in Discord with them, and I have to be able to hear them, but I'm going to be costumed and crazy, and I'm not going to want to be tied down by my plug-in headset, which is what I use for New Year's. Anyway, I remember telling my friend, oh, you got lentils? Make dal. Thinking, and I guess it was, not very genuine. I eat dal often, but I had never made dal from scratch. And I figured, okay, just a lot of spices, and make dal. Well, sorry, I forgot to get a garbage bowl. And I guess that was really inconsiderate, because everyone's not me. Like, I've got a million spices in the house. Well, you can tell I'm a little crazy with that. But stuff like garam masala that I use for other recipes that not everyone has. So I was like, well, I got these lentils. I'm going to go ahead and make dal. And I looked up a recipe, and I said, oh, the Instant Pot's going to make it quicker and easier. Well, I found this recipe, and I thought this is a great opportunity, because part of the recipe itself, which I probably won't get to today, we'll see, includes a masala. So there's a piece of education. Something I did know is that masala just means spice blend. I actually had that conversation in somebody else's chat recently after talking. It was a trivia thing about some things are their own spice and some things are combinations, and they always try to trip you up with allspice in trivia contests, because allspice is a berry, it's the one thing, it's not a blend. But things like garam masala is a blend. Anything that says masala is a blend. What I'm making today is a masala. It's got onions and tomatoes and all kinds of spices in it, and garlic. So the recipe I found for this dal had attached this recipe for an onion masala that said, this is folks that cook Indian regularly, and I don't. I make some curries, but not a lot of things. They'll make a batch of this and freeze it and stuff, and then it's easy to throw together an Indian dish because you've got this on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and make this onion masala. I picked up, thank you to my husband for his wonderful support, since we now have an income, of my stream and letting me get some stuff I need when I do want to try something new and maybe help you gain the confidence, which is my mission here. to try new things yourself or try cooking in general if you thought you couldn't. I bought these silicone molds. These are different than the ones that the recipe author said had, but these seem like a great use of this. I can put the masala in, I can freeze it, and then it's got a silicone bottom, so I can pop them out in cubes, and then I'll be able to put them in like a Ziploc. This is something I do with mini frittatas and pesto and herbs and stuff. But I usually use like an ice cube tray for that kind of thing. And this seemed worth doing because you'll want bigger amounts than you would normally have for something like just throwing an herb in a dish, and you just need a couple tablespoons. Okay, this is 2 pounds of onions. I'm gonna get my scale. Can you look at the chicken and see if it needs more time? Where's my scale? Oh, there it is. Oh, geez. I didn't run the battery out. I set the vacuum sealer on top of it. Sure did. Well, that sucks. I'm not going to mess with that. Oh, it went on. How weird. Although I don't know why it's not at 0. It's stuck on something. I think I broke my scale. But it says about 6 onions diced, but it doesn't say small, medium, or large onions. It's a little concerning. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just tear it. It's not tearing either. Really? It's stuck on like 1.5 pounds. Let's hold. Well, I can just add to that, right? Or I could estimate from here. Yeah. I'm just going to do 6 onions. It's not going to be the end of the world. And, gee, I might have to go get more onions for Sunday at this rate. I was going to use my food processor for this, but I opted to just go ahead and chop them. Once I get everything in the pot, I'm going to have to saute these onions and add spices and things like that. You'll see. I'm using a few cheater things that are going to be new to me. Well, not entirely new to me. I'm using canned tomatoes. They are canned plum tomatoes. Plum were recommended for less liquid, so you don't have to boil it down at the end as much, which I might have to do because I'm using canned tomatoes anyway, but I didn't want to start from the raw tomatoes. Yeah, I think I'm going to need all 6. And that leaves me, let me see. I've got 3 for Sunday's competition. I think I only need 2 for that, so. Oops, missed the root end. Yeah. So, once I get the Instant going, which will be after sauteing some stuff and getting these onions browned, then you put the rest of the stuff in and set the Instant to go. And let me, and I hope I don't have too many saute. Okay. Troubles with this because I really don't know what I'm doing. So set to the highest heat. Custom. Hey, I figured it out. I mean, I don't know how long I need. I guess 30 minutes hopefully does it. Press saute button in spot just to the highest and oil to the pot. It wants a half a cup of oil. I'm going to use, again, it's going to be a little imprecise, but not hugely, because I'm using a dry measuring for this because my freaking 1 cup measure is dirty. Because children did not do chores. It says diced, but I don't know. I feel like this is going to cook down a lot, so I'm not going to be too careful on that. And the oil will get hot, and then add the onions. So I'm going to be cooking onions for 15 or 20 minutes. Stir until browned. Keep the stirring to a minimum in the beginning to brown the onions faster, of course. And as they brown, stir them more frequently. We'll watch that. When I'm done chopping here, I'll move the camera over to show the Instant Pot. So I'm excited about this. Once I've got this masala, I can try all kinds of things that I haven't before. I like to buy, Indian Tasty Bite Indian pouches and eat those pouch meals. And there's a lot of things like madras lentils and dal and things that I haven't done from almost scratch. I'm going to not say complete scratch because let me show you the other cheater thing I've never used before in my life. I bought peeled garlic. I'm going to say this chef loves her garlic because this in the masala recipe says 1 head of garlic, approximately 12 cloves. That's a really, really big head of garlic, and I've grown garlic. That's technically a dice, right? I feel like this is a chop, not a dice. I'm failing. But if I did use the food processor, that would have been a full-up mince, and it would have been really hard, especially with this many, to get anything smaller than to get to like a dice without ending up with a bunch of it minced or even a paste at that point. Did you check that chicken yet, Ben? Don't hear anything, do you? I'm glad I'm not the only one. I knew I couldn't be the only one, right? Like, somebody buys this chopped garlic. And I'd love to know your experience, if you'll share it with me. I mean, if you've got it in the fridge, and you've done the kind of cooking that takes a ton at a time, I usually don't mind peeling it. I really don't like garlic, like outright in a jar. I have to be really, really hard pressed to go with that for anything. Like, I think the only circumstances in which I've gone ahead, and I mean, you do you, some people actually like it, is if I've been really, really broke, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to buy any garlic anytime soon, and it really can last a while. It's better than nothing, certainly, as garlic goes. better than skipping it.
I do not know. I will find out.
What are you doing?
Singing the Check the Chicken song.
Check the Chicken song? Rob has a Check the Chicken song.
I'm making it up as I go.
Oh, okay. Aren't you special? You're a musician, after all.
Chicken feels firm, like the heel of my hand.
Are you taking its temperature?
No, I'm poking.
Okay. I'm sorry I did it in a way that isn't browning it. Probably.
No, whatever. Where is the chicken checker?
For all the fancy cooking here, guess what we're having for dinner? Glad to know it works great. For this application, it seemed like just the right thing to do, and a good test for it if I'm using 12 at a time. Yeah. So yeah, what we're having for actual dinner is nachos, which Rob dubbed years ago epic nachos. They have like chicken, some green onions, and bell peppers. Perfect. Look at that. I put the right time. First try. So anyways, I have chicken and bell peppers, and I got some green onion, by the way, and cheddar cheese and goat cheese, and big jalapenos.
Did you already cut up all the peppers?
No.
No?
No. I was going to do that after I get this going.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just let these...
I mean, if you want to do it out there, you're free to. I was just offering that after I got this going, I could prep the peppers.
Put this stuff out on the cutting board.
So one very picky kid is going to, he'll just make his own nachos with only cheese and chicken on them. Wow, this is so many onions. Am I regretting not going ahead and using the food processor? Maybe. Because if I did it in small enough batches, I could have controlled it, but my hand is starting to hurt because I'm old and arthritic. Ooh, look at this big hunk. That's okay. So we have my friend Natalie in the chat. Do you make homemade masalas and make dal from scratch at home? Because I'm relying on this recipe from, I don't remember. I should probably give credit. Well, no. I would love to give credit. Maybe I'll look again and mention it in the Discord. But the her name was Tiffany or Stephanie or something very not, Indian sounding. Or who knows? Now I understand also. Oh, I should share that. Is but I don't want to share her site. Let me finish that thought. Wow, my brain. I've had a busy day already. My brain's worn out. The site didn't have, it had a skip to recipe, but as far as like trying to print it out or anything, it was not agreeable to me. I had to remove all the formatting and everything to make it readable anywhere else. I tend to put things, if I am going to use a recipe, which I'm not, I don't use a lot, I put them on a Google Doc, and I had all this formatting in it. It was a disaster. It didn't even have a good print, and my printer's not functional right now anyway. So, and it had pop-ups even when you skipped a recipe. Even if you had it open for a period of time, it kept having all these ad pop-ups. The site irritated the shit out of me, basically. Oh, that's awesome that your mom is such a lentil dal maven. I love dal. This will definitely become part of the repertoire, and I'll probably be doing it in a lot of frozen meals. I think we have two of us in the house at least, not just me now, that will eat it. And my son Connor, I know he would, but he bought these lentils and then didn't use them and gave them to me. So probably what I'll do is next time I go visit the baby, my adorable grandson, I'll maybe take Connor some of the dal or some of the masala to give him that start to go ahead and make his dal. I understand masala, as I defined it, being basically a seasoning or a blend of seasonings, is it's not just Indian, it's like a South Asian thing in general, this kind of process where you make these. And I don't know if this is similar to the one you use. Do you make big batches when you make it? It seems the most practical way. I mean, I feel like I could whip up basically by just doing the masala part first. It's just another step in the recipe that takes longer because you're browning the onions and everything to get it to where you want. But I mean, how different is that from just making a dark roux for before you make a gumbo? Last onion. Woo! I assume you have a shit ton of onions in your regular masala too. I'm curious how many you have and any recipes you'd like to share for if you use different masalas and for dals. Your mom liked my recipe. I'm sure I would like some of hers. Okay. Here's Julian onions. And then I assume the garlic goes in a little later. Yeah, garlic and ginger later. I'm using cheater ginger too. Oh, I should check if it's hot. It's not hot, it's off. Freaking piece of this thing. No, higher. Stop that. Oh. Saute. Custom. Now we have a delay. It's supposed to be heating. My new gadget is failing me right now. You know what? That's okay. I can put these onions out of the way and chop the garlic. And as I'm gonna start, my other cheater thing is gonna be my ginger. I freaking love ginger. Big batch then freeze. Awesome. I don't know how different this is as we go through. I can find you these things. I have high hopes for. And I should look at the recipe, and hopefully you could hear me in the other room. This is another part of testing my using my AirPods set up. This isn't doing anything. Oh. Start. There's a damn start button. I keep forgetting. Oopsie. I almost got cucumbers today. Maybe I'll get some before I make and serve the doll, because I've got a Thai salad I feel like would go really good with it, because it has cucumbers and jalapenos and stuff. So this masala has, that's a big chunk, I'm going to hack up a little more. Let me see. Onions, garlic, ginger, Roma tomatoes, some water. I'll have to go get some water. Coriander, paprika, cumin, turmeric, and cayenne. Now, the dal I have a recipe for has a serrano in it. I think you just saute it whole at the beginning of the process. And that's also an Instapot recipe. This, once it's in the Instapot, it's like, it's going to take 15 or 20 minutes to cook these onions, but once you put everything else in, it's like 5 minutes. And I think the dal is as well. Let me see, how do I want to do this? The garlic gonna fit. I'll put the garlic in there, and then I'll prep the other veggies for Rob to be able to. Rob's gonna make the nachos, but he takes like a half an hour to cut up a green onion, a couple peppers. 4, 5, 7. Wait, 3, 6, 9. More is better than less. Yeah, I think that's about right. Some of these are scrawny. Look at this. Like, how do you say how many cloves of garlic and then have that going on? Oh, I hear it making a noise. It's preheating. It's on the second little blinky light toward preheated. I'll wait till it's all the way up to put the onions in. So they didn't have any serranos. If I get to Compare Foods tomorrow, because they have all the peppers or something, I'll get a serrano. But I got a jalapeno as like backup, because very, very similar. Even in flavor, to me, a serrano just kind of has more heat. Oh yeah, that'll fit nicely in my cauldron here. Do, 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 do. I'm excited about this. I love trying new things. Do you use an Instant Pot for yours? How long does it take to cook down? Is it just getting it to a consistency you want, I take it? Let me see what it says here. I'm going to need an immersion blender. I'll use the immersion blender. Smooth or slightly chunky, up to you. It'll thicken as it cools. Oh, the pectin from the tomatoes. Of course it will. So 1/4 cup per mold is what they said, and that looks about right for what I'm doing there. Okay, looks good. I said chopped, not minced, right? Yeah, we're good. Beautiful. So let's put this in my little cauldron. My mise en place cauldron. Oh, I gotta show you something too. Guys, I'm so excited. My friend Lori came over and brought me presents. Alright, that sounds good to me. Okay. Onions are in. Yay. Where's what she brought me? So, I've got my cute little cauldron I've been using for my mise en place. And she doesn't know that. She doesn't watch my cooking show. I love her. It's not that she's not supportive. She just doesn't watch TV. I don't even know if she actually has a TV. Where'd it go? I know I filled it up. She got me a thing, a cute jar, just because we love our cute jars. And son of a pup. She got one for herself and one for me. Sorry, I've been moving stuff all over the place, so I'm a little scattered. Here it is, right there. See, I just need you to chat with me there, since it was right next to my phone. It was behind my giant thing of turmeric. Look at the jar. So this is now going to be my, for here with the strange stuff, my salt keeper. All right. So I should probably, are these spices going at the same time? No, garlic and ginger going in. Okay. So I want these nice and brown. It's weird I'm not putting the salt into me. I always like salt the onions if I'm caramelizing or browning. It helps them release the stuff faster, their liquid faster, and get brown. And yeah. But I don't know if straight up, well, browning or caramelizing are a little different in this instance, perhaps. Alright, garlic, ginger, tomatoes. So the spices are last. Alright, so I'm going to open my tomatoes, and then I'm going to cut up the peppers, because I've got time to do the peppers and onions for Rob, to be able to make dinner for everybody. This is fancier tomatoes than I'd normally buy, but I was really happy to find canned Romas. That's not something you see every day down here in this part, in a way. Which pepper? I'm going to use the red and the yellow. watching the onions exciting, or would you rather be watching the cutting things? This cutting things isn't for this recipe though, so. I haven't decided if I'm putting a pepper in one of the dishes I'm doing for the contest. I do tend to put some bell pepper when I make a curry for myself. But what I'm seeing of Australian curries, which seem to be, kind of like a lot of them, based on how do I put this? The ones the colonizers like, right? So the curries you get in England are all the ones that lasted in the restaurant after the colonization of India, to my understanding. So the Australian ones I've been seeing made, to me, yellow. I shouldn't be talking about this. I'm giving away my secrets. This is a contest after all. Anyway, I got peas and carrots, but not peppers. I'm so excited for Sunday. I got something else today that I didn't think I could find in my town. I had to go ask at a specialty shop, and they had 3 of them, and I bought all 3 of them. I don't think anybody else is watching, right? I mean, I only watched one stream of the person I'm competing against. It's called Dominica's Tavern, if you wanted to look her up. I posted in all the sharing places, stuff about the contest. And her name's there too. Mauritian? I am unfamiliar with that. Curries can be very different. Like Thai curry, I was surprised to see coconut milk in one of the curries I was looking at when the other ones didn't have that component, and that's something there's the biggest difference, I guess, to me in Thai curries to other curries. But, curry is another one of those things, right? Like a masala. It could have any number of things in it. Just happens to share a name. I've got some new curry pastes I finally broke down just because I saw them in the store and wanted to try. I think I got a red and a green. I've never made green curry from scratch. I don't know that sourcing the ingredients would be the easiest thing in my town. We do have a good Thai place, and they used to have a little shop attached, and they don't anymore, and I hate that. Because I used to be able to get cool shit like lemongrass, actual pieces of it. But I did find lemongrass in this form, which I used when I did some braised pork belly stuff, which the broth from that, I froze. I'm just throwing some wontons in it. It is so good. Sounds like it might be turning brown soon. I don't know how to describe that to anybody who doesn't know what that means. Okay. Oh, yep. Let me stand and look. I'm not seeing any color yet, but I smell a little bit color. Good. This is coming along nicely. I can smell the color. There you go. If you've ever browned onions, you know what that smell is. Yeah, it is browning. Okay, cool. Cool. Here's my peppers for our nachos. Green onion will be next. I'm going to need Rob. I think he's probably out smoking to get his butt in here soon. Oh, you know what? I can use more of my cooking stream stuff to get this out of my way. Peppers can be mixed. Barely gonna fit, but it's fine. I mean, they don't really fit, but it's tempting not to just eat these red peppers. I'm just gonna eat the last couple probably because they're delicious. So I guess I would say I like my bell peppers ripe. I mean, I like green ones for stuffing, actually, but maybe 3 of these should do. Then they change color, if y'all didn't know. Anybody out there? That they're all the same pepper. They're just getting riper and riper. And yes, I gotta stir this more often now. I know it's hot. It's telling you it's hot. Thanks, Instapot. What would I do without you? On the French island coast of Africa, home of the dodo bird. Cool. That's interesting. Dodo curry. That would be a weird claim to fame, wouldn't it? Pardon me. Yep. That would be the onions. No, I'm not allergic to onions, but make you just sniffly. I didn't get eye-watering, but just sniffly enough to trick your body into thinking it needs to sneeze. Green onions. We usually just, we'll use sweet onions if we don't have green onions in the house when we have our epic nachos. I've had people say it's weird to put goat cheese. I'm not going to put that all the way over the pot so it doesn't steam my camera. It is a great addition. It just, the tangy zip brightens the whole thing up on what could be a heavy dish. We use chicken breast. So, all right. Rob? Where he is. Now I've used up all my little containers and I need to get something else to measure my spice in. How dark do I want these? Until brown. Great. I'm gonna guess that this might be a matter of choice, like a roux. I could go all the way to chocolate or something if I wanted. Veggies are cut up.
Okay.
Alright. Spices. I need a tablespoon. Wow. I thought it was going to be dealing in smaller amounts. I thought about making a half recipe. That's where that got lost in translation for me. I was like, I'll make a half recipe. And I was like, no, that's stupid. You're going to do it, go for it, right? I feel like there's a little sticking, and that's not a bad thing right now. Whereas I stir, it's not wanting to turn on the heat unless I change everything. I mean, if you don't warn it's hot, somebody's going to do something stupid. Okay, 3 tablespoons of ground coriander. Oof, I probably have just about that. I'm going to actually have to get more. I've been making sausages that use it. Whoops. Okay. Let's, dagnabbit. That had oil. All these things and no plate. You know what? 1, 2. Yeah. That was completely unnecessary. That totally popped out as like 3. This is the glass I made for my friend Leanne. I'll have to remember to rinse the coriander out. That might confuse her. Like, why does my wine taste funny? Because Jesus touched my water. So now it's got spicy. I could also sort of judge by time, because she says 15-20 minutes browning it, and the Instant Pot decided that I was allowed to do this for a half an hour, so I can see what kind of time I've been at it that way. I'm not great with timing stuff sometimes. So I'd be curious, very curious about your mom's curry. Okay. Tablespoon of paprika. Oop. Half a teaspoon of ground cumin. Wow. That doesn't seem like much with all this other stuff. Although, probably right. This cumin is very fresh too. I got it recently. I put it in something. Oh, I made bean soup the other day, and it was almost too much. Like, I'm gonna be careful with this cumin. You say cumin or cumin? Oh, you're the best. I love sharing recipes. Half teaspoon of turmeric. Quarter teaspoon of cayenne. Well, please. That seems a little weak. Not too worried about putting too much of that in. Is it brown enough yet? I think it needs to be brown. I'm surprised this isn't like oilier than, like, I was shocked at a half cup of oil, and it's just using it all. Okay. I'm gonna take another look at this without the cam's help. Yeah, there's a few bits that are paler. I definitely want to at least get this to a uniform brown. Oh, I love that smell.
All the cooking onions and smell.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good smell.
I feel bad for people who are allergic to alliums. Like, no garlic or onions in anything. Oh.
Poor kitty.
Oh.
That all. Generally, almond is like chocolate. Almond for cats is like chocolate and
Yeah.
Poor kitty.
They don't care. I think we're getting close. It's starting to want to stick. And even though I've never made this before, that feels like a good indicator to me to move along. So, 2-inch ginger chopped. I put about 2 tablespoons. And the garlic. Whoop. And this is like 2 minutes. Oh. And look, it gets even better smelling. I swear to God, I don't know how Rob smells all this stuff all the time, and there's so few things he'll try. Like, okay, what's next? Oh, the tomatoes. And then just 3 to 5 minutes until they cook down a little bit. Definitely. Who are you talking to?
Come out of my pinhole.
Oh, I guess I just keep cooking on high. This is not watery at all. It's gonna need water. I forgot. When do I put that in? Okay, after a bit to scrape off brown bits. I need a 1/4 cup of water. And I don't have brown bits. Maybe I jumped the gun. I was wanting to, though. It's definitely a fun trying to happen. I hope I'm doing this right.
Veggies are chopped. Are these they?
Yes, those are they. Why are you making weird noise?
Because you gave me cauldrons.
Dairy stereotype witches. I was going to ask you to bring me something else. Oh, it's not right now.
Well,
I need the blender, but after a bit. Amy sent me a book recommendation today.
who did?
Amy.
Oh, cool.
Called Mama's Day.
All right.
She said it's like some kind of hybrid of Practical Magic and Toni Morrison, where there's like a bunch of Black history and there's like herbal. I don't remember how to put it. Like practical herbal work that looks like magic. And I was like, you see me. You think there's no magic in this pot? You're in the wrong house. You seen my spoon? This is one of my beautiful spoons. I keep trying to make one my official spoon, like have a whole Miriam Dufour thing going, but I hand them down to my children. Yeah, I keep setting fire to them, fucking dogs eating them. Can't have nice things. Wow, it smells good. Okay. So then water, and then spices, and then stir. And then got a 5-minute high pressure cook. Okay. Oh, it's exciting. Bubble, bubble. Oh boy. Okay, let's shut that off. Because I'm going to have to set it differently to do the pressure cook. I am concerned that this is too thick. The pressure cook. Like, I don't know, maybe this pot's better than my last one. Like, it kind of freaked out on chili. It'll tell me, though. Instant pots are cool like that. I think I knocked... There's a little thing that goes over the steamer. That I must have knocked on the floor. Okay, anyway. Pressure cook. Custom. High. 5 minutes. Not 10 minutes. Stop that. Why is it? Oh, that's the keep warm. Shut off the keep warm and hit start this time. I'm getting the hang of this thing. This is like the Pro that my son got me, and it's a little more complicated than the one I used to have. 5 minutes high pressure, and then release pressure, and then blend it in the blender, and then wait for it to cool before I put it in the mold. I'm excited. Yeah, so just a few more minutes, and it's got to come to temp. How long? We've been on a little over an hour, so yeah, probably. I mean, it's hot enough that it's probably not going to take that long to build pressure, so we're probably not going to go much over the hour 15 to keep these two. And I'll have successfully made a thing. And so probably next stream, I'll probably just make the doll. Maybe tomorrow. I don't want to promise a day. I'm still prepping for the contest, the competition, whatever, and to do. And I'm going to be stranded in the house this weekend because we're supposed to get weather. I am making sure to use this new one and get the hang of it because I haven't had one for a couple of years because the other one got destroyed. And it makes a lot of things easier. Being able to say yes to, like, mashed potatoes, for instance, is like I can get someone else to peel. And then I sat the Instant Pot for 10 minutes and mashed them up and they're done, which is just less hassle than the stove and everything. And I wanted bean soup the other day. It was nasty, rainy, freaking cold out. I had a ham hock in the freezer, and a bag of beans in the drawer, and I was like, oh, yeah, I have an Instant Pot now. That's not going to take 6 hours to make. Um, it took 40 minutes. I just dumped everything in the Instant Pot. Rice, just even as a rice cooker. I would never buy a separate rice cooker, I don't think. I can't imagine justifying the space. Um, Having space for this has entailed like kind of leaving it here in the dining room where my stream setup is, but that's fine because where it used to be, there's an air fryer now because the last one we had was also an air fryer. But stuff like stocks, this recipe didn't have any salt in it. I'm sorry. That just occurred to me. That seems insane to me. Um, I mean, I'll assume it's right. And there's only a teaspoon in the dal, even with the lentils. Well, I mean, this is a lot of flavor packed in, with a lot of other spices, but it really, strikes me as being extra healthy, hypertension friendly to have that little salt in, like, it's going to be, this only takes a cup of lentils. Still, that's awesome. How much of this onion masala does it take? Half a cup. That's going to be freaking delicious. But yeah, actually that's something I should do tomorrow. Is I've got a chicken carcass because I roasted a chicken the other day, and I'll make some stock in the Instant Pot. Just a freaking great time saver for that. And then I might want to use my homemade stock instead of a box in the competition for part of my recipe. I'm tasting what this masala is going to taste like. I'm wondering if I should have used yellow onions. I did use sweet onions, and this is very sweet. I mean, I know onions just get sweet when you cook them, and they get sweeter when you brown them. But if it was coming at any heat from that, it didn't get it. I don't know. I'm not going to be mad about it being a little too sweet if that's what happens. Do you use a particular kind of onions in yours? I hope anybody who hasn't tried this at home. I'm so excited about this. And you get the blender. Although, this has to cool before it blended anyway, so that's probably not going to happen on stream. Oh, I was going to use the immersion blender. That's right. Ah, this thing. This should be on my replacement list. All the markings are gone. I've had it so long. This is part of how the butternut squash recipe happened because the contest wanted me to use a Wolfgang Puck product, and this is what I had from Home Shopping Network. Oh, I don't need that. Here it is. So many plugs. I kind of love that my kids know now, like when they do the dishes, my knives Um, the ones from Forged in Fire that my dad gave me are kind of just aside and used specifically for the stream nowadays. Now, some things I'm putting over here, way in the cupboard. Some things just stay in the kitchen. Because as much as that cupboard is big, I have, how long is that? Probably 3 feet long and 3 tiers high spice rack that you made.
About 2.5, if I had to
2.5,
say.
yeah. Plus some in the cupboard. I might have a problem. Oh, and I hope you can hear me okay. I guess you can hear me.
With our complexion should have.
Rude. Oh, have it this way. These go in the fridge.
I'm assuming that's all the chicken? All the chicken for you. Oh, okay.
Oh, not sure about getting the hair out of food anymore. Mostly. So Sunday, I hope all of you will tune in. I'm theoretically stream sharing. Should work. With Chef John Leung, Leung. I'm going to follow him too. So the chat will be shared. So if you want to help me with the trivia questions and you want to vote for me, if my dish looks like it's better than the other one, you give points like 1 to 5 stars, basically for each dish being presented in the competition. I still need, I'm going to see if Variety Jess maybe can help test that ahead of time with me, maybe when she's live streaming. So if you see a weird random me going live, it just says test, feel free to tune in. I mean, it's not to be in the archives of YouTube, but if you see that happen, it might be that, why is this is taking forever to get to pressure. This pot is so big. Oh, and sorry about that noise. I gotta remember to turn that off for the competition. My dehumidifier is really loud. I keep forgetting to turn that off for streams. I need to be able to hear. I'm gonna have to get somebody to jump in Discord with me, and Jess will probably do that because I need to be able to hear the Discord and then be heard. And I think I have everything set up so it'll work right now, but I never trust the tech. It's not reliable. But, I mean, if worse comes to worse, I have to unplug that all just to be on Discord for the competition and rely on Chef John to do that for the streaming. I will, so hopefully my supporters feel comfortable coming over there if the co-stream doesn't work, and follow him in the meantime. I mean, I feel like he's gaining followers through this anyway. I watched the last 2 Sundays. There have been 2 rounds of it so far, and it was a lot of fun to watch. It was interesting to watch. Each round so far, next week's not. My competitor is not a VTuber, but there was a VTuber the last 2 weeks, and so like it's animated people, but then showing a cam for their cooking. That was cool, and I really enjoyed one of the streamers this week. They've all been great to watch. And the winners, I feel like, have been deserving. The people I voted for each time won. And what's her name? RAR, but it's WRAERRR on Twitch here. I would totally. Oh, can I give her a shout out? Let me see. I don't know if I can. If she's not here. RAERRR. No, RAEW? I don't know. Darn it. But anyway, I really, really enjoyed her stream and the way she dressed, and then I watched her stream the next day, yesterday, and it was so fun. Like, she was listening to Nine Inch Nails. I'm like, I'm in, and just way perkier than me. But we talked about it. If we get in the finals together, we're going to coordinate our outfits. She wore a corset, and it's something I was going to do, but mine doesn't fit. Ugh.
Dinner is serving.
Okay. And it's a good thing I didn't or couldn't, and got something else I decided to wear for the competition, because it would have been really weird and awkward to, like, show up the following week in, like, the same thing somebody else wore. But she was really nice. She was like, I hope I didn't ruin that for you. I'm like, no. Where is it?
Out here.
Oh. Well, doesn't do any good out there. I got salsa.
I saw that.
Oh, I mean, make some sour. I'm streaming though.
Well, so get yourself a ramekin if you can find one.
Okay.
And grab some sour cream.
Look at the beautiful epic nachos. Yeah, I can use one of these. Yeah, I'll probably skip the salsa. Just have some of this.
Okay.
Oh, you found the cilantro?
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
It was up in the top left-hand thingy.
Oh, okay.
There's not much left.
Okay. So, these are my family's epic nachos that Rob assembled. This is delightful help when it's something he wants to eat. And this is, I like to have with mine. It's a mixture of sour cream and sriracha and cilantro. Hopefully chewing isn't too loud. I guess not. No, as long as I keep my mouth closed. I'd like to know if you have a barrier to using your Instapot, what it is. I'm trying to work my sister through that. My stepmother apparently gave my sister one, and she's like, I can't use it. I don't know how. I really should. So, hopefully she gets on using it. I feel like she would love it. Oh, it says it wants to burn. Stop it. Damn it. Stop. Well, wow. It just keeps insisting. Alright, I knew it was too thick. This woman, I'm going to tell her off. Let me look. I'm going to say it's not really too much of a burn. It's not like black, and it doesn't smell like it's affecting the food. So, And I think it's going to be plenty thick, especially once it's cooled. So, yeah, that's coming right up off of there again. I'm going to have to taste it. I'm going to dump this into something else. I don't want to make more dishes for my kids. Okay. Let me see. A spoon. I taste it and make sure it doesn't taste burnt. If it doesn't taste burnt, I'm going to call it good to go. And blend it up. Never did come to pressure. What do you mostly use it for? Very, very hot. Food burn. Food burn. Sorry, it keeps just blinking that. It doesn't taste burnt. So, it gave me the warning, but just in time. Like, barely in time. As you can see, it's got... most of it's come up already, so that's not too bad, but it had a decently thick bunch of fond crusted on the bottom. So, blender up. I gotta relabel this so I know it's for the Instapot. But maybe I won't use the Instapot next time. And I've got someone experienced in the chat here. I can see. This looks right. It tastes great. Ow. I just... I'm not even sure how smooth it's supposed to be, other than I imagine how it would be in a regular blender. And all right. This is nice and thick. I can't get my blending part off the immersion blender, so I'll just put that in the room for now. All right. So, calling that done. I have my expert Natalie saying it looks good. Oh, it smells amazing. Tastes good. I am calling this worth it before I even make the doll. That this is an irreplaceable thing to do. I mean, I feel like well, not irreplaceable. I feel like I could do this all right ahead and then just continue the next step to make the doll. But making this masala at a time was exciting, and I feel like it's going to be really, really worth it because now I'm going to have it in the house. Not sure how many of these it's going to make, but it's going to be enough for several rounds of being able to just grab it from the freezer and make a delicious Indian dish. So super glad I did it. Thanks for being here with me. I'm going to go finish my epic nachos in the other room with my husband. Yeah. Whew. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to cooking with you soon.